Hello, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are once again at TeamSport Bradford like we were just over a month ago or so. Today we're here for the NEED4SPEED event, which was just about a week ago, and yeah, it was a very fun event overall, very fun. The format is random grid in all 4 races. Matt's giving us a little wave there. So yeah, so random grid. I believe we did do a reverse in the 2nd race and the 4th race. No, I'm not too sure on that one. But yeah, let's get right into the 1st race then. So starting P5, I believe, from the start lights. Sorry, you can't see the start lights. I was aiming it a little bit too low, the camera. We get a good launch. Straight up the inside, because when you have the inside line at this track, you just send it straight through. We've got 4th. This driver in front leaves the door wide open, so we just slip through into 3rd already, and already into a podium position. Callum up ahead just slows down a little bit, which loses us momentum, but it's fine. We managed to keep position, keep it in P3 for the time being. Yeah, this car felt quite nice. It had good grip overall. I hadn't been here since that member event in February, so a little bit rusty, but not too rusty, as you'll find out later on. Yeah, this format I do like it, so that's why I booked on to do it, because it's a very enjoyable event, and I can't wait to do another one. Come across the line, we do a 48.4, so that's a good time for a first lap, so we'll see. Lap 2 now, obviously 20 laps each time. I think in the next one we had 19 laps, a little bit strangely enough. Yeah, so it was decent overall. 19 laps, as I said. In the next one, for some weird reason, I'm not too sure why it was cut short, but yeah, overall it's a good format, and yeah, let's enjoy it. So coming on to the next lap then, starting lap 3 now. Trying to get that bit of human DRS, which doesn't actually give too much. We do a 47.0 on our 2nd lap, which is a good improvement as we skip on to lap 6 now, just because nothing really happened. See, our best lap is now 46.4. We're going to send it up the inside of Callum, on the inside of turn 1, make a little bit of contact, push to pass basically, and we move ourselves up into 2nd place. And I will argue the fact that that was quite a dirty move, and I do deserve a warning for that one, which I'm pretty sure I did get at the end of this lap. But yeah, moving ourselves up into 2nd place, that's a vital position, as we've now got Larry in front, who ends up being one of our rivals throughout this event. I had spoke to Larry a little bit as well. So getting 2nd position is very, very good, while he's chucking out in 1st position. I know already now we've got Mattis behind us, who is a very, very quick driver, and we'll be looking to get past us soon. But anyway, then coming on to our fastest lap of the 1st session. So yeah, a 45.9, the fastest lap of the session. See, overall, on the other sessions we do improve that time, but yeah, 45.9 for the 1st session. I won't really argue with that. 45 at all, it's pretty good, as Mattis chucks it up the inside corner, which he seems to make a lot of moves at. So yeah, props to him for making a good move. We go down to P3 and moving on to lap 15 now, right behind Larry. Because nothing really happened in between, I just decided to skip. Now Larry's really good at defending, so we try and chuck it up the inside. We make absolutely no contact, and we don't get the move done. Now we've got a driver behind us trying to make the move, so we try and push forward to try and hopefully keep it, and we do keep it eventually. But coming towards the end of this lap, I do actually believe I received a warning for that, even though we had received, I had no contact with Larry, so I'm not really sure why I got a warning in the first place. But yeah, we move on from that. Now coming on to lap 19, once again Larry just defending as much as he can to keep that position, but yeah, he's got the inside line. I'm trying to put him off a little bit. He manages to keep the inside again to just manage to stay ahead. We're doing 46.2 in the last lap, so we're still trying to hunt him down. He hugs the inside line, so we try and get a little bit of a switch back. We lose a bit of time on the second one actually, coming down, coming towards the end of the lap now. We're still on the rear of Larry. Just checking behind to see where the driver is behind us, and I believe that was actually Harry behind us. Coming around the final corner now, and there we go, final lap. Final lap flag has been waved. We're doing 46.3, so we're not too far off. Larry covers that inside line once again, so making sure that we can't make that move. I already knew at this point there was no point, so I'm not going to be able to make a move. Larry manages to keep it ahead because he's just like, he manages to keep it right in front because he's just far too ahead of me, and I can't really do anything about that. So that's me in P3 for now. I do try and have a look at him now, as I am starting to close up in this final bit of the lap, but it's just not enough, and yeah, we're just nowhere near. We're like right on the rear, but there's just barely any overtaking places, so that's about that. And coming around the final couple of corners now, and we are going to finish race 1 in P3. There's the checkered flag. For some weird reason it was the penalty flag, as yeah, Larry tries and goes across the line as fast as he can to to get the fastest time he possibly could. Although in the final lap we did actually do another 45.9, so that's a very good lap. So yeah, very happy with that session to get P3 off the bat. Now coming on to the second race, so we had a little bit of a break, I believe. We've got Mattis in front, and I believe his dad to his left actually, or to my left rather. This time you can see the lights. See, I'm having to look to the left, and there's the lights, and it goes green now. We're starting P13 on the grid, and we're going to make an optimistic move up the inside because we see a gap and we just hit someone. Absolutely destroy their race. Destroy my race. We go down to P14. Larry's going to come to our left, but he's not going to be able to make the move. So yeah, that's completely my fault. Somehow I did not get a warning for that. But yeah, we go up the inside, get tapped a little bit actually on the outside, so we're trying to make the move, but he just completely hugs it and we cannot get through. So Larry's up the inside again, but we get straight back past him, and we're still up into 14th position, and hopefully looking to pass the driver in front very soon. As you could already see, they are quite slow, and I did feel like I had the pace. They make a small mistake, so we go for the gap. We managed to get ourselves back up into 13th position, and coming towards the end of this lap then, we're just checking this car, because I believe it was Mattis that drove this car last time. I can't remember if it was this one or the next one. I think it may have been the next one, sorry, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, just checking the car, not too sure why, on this event. Yeah, so it's, we've done a lap time of a 51.0, which isn't especially quick, so not going to be able to get through on that one. We got Mattis's dad right in front of us. You can see Mattis just in front, I believe, yeah, with the white helmet and the red suit. You can see him just in front, but I don't think we're going to be anywhere near him at this point. This session did get slightly a bit frustrating. There was one driver in particular that was quite a bit slower than the other lot, and his moves were a little bit questionable, but yeah, we'll find that out as we do a 46.6 already on the second lap that we just completed. Now heading on to lap 3, try to look for a move up the inside, turn 4, but it's just not going to happen. There's nowhere to go, so yeah, we keep it in 13th position, and we lose a little bit on the exit there, lose all our momentum, so we managed to slow it down a little bit, but we do manage to catch back up quite quickly just because of their shaky exits. And coming towards the down ramp now, the second down ramp, and there's just absolutely nowhere. This driver, this Andy just in front I believe, which we're going to get past quite quickly, try and make light work of him. Everybody else gets straight past him. We have to wait until the first corner, so we move to the inside, just make sure he knows we're there, bump him a little bit, but we do move ourselves up into P12, and we're now done a 47.5. So we managed to catch up a little bit. Now on to lap 9, we're up the inside of the driver ahead, and we're going to get ourselves up into P11 there. And now me and this driver in front, we had a conversation after this race about the driver just in front of him, who had been making these questionable moves, and I don't know if it was his first time here or not, but he did have his best lap was like 46 something, but yeah, it was just slightly slower, and just we could not get past him, and it was hurting our races, my races. So yeah, it was quite unfortunate that I managed to get stuck behind these drivers. So hopefully we do get past. See, you could see him moving over the place. I was just pointing my hand up because at that point I was quite frustrated. I tried to go up the inside of this driver, but it's just not going to happen. There's nowhere to overtake. We do a 46.4 on that lap, my best lap being a 46.0, which is pretty decent for the first one. As I said, 19 laps in this one, not too sure why, but yeah, it's a bit strange that we're doing 19 rather than 20. I don't know why it was cut short. I'll have to find out another time, I don't know. Coming towards the end of this lap, once again he gets a little bit wide on the exit, so we managed to close back up again and hopefully try and make a move very, very soon. Driver looking behind me as we go on to start lap 11 now. And we do a 46.4 once again, just slightly slower than the last one, getting bumped in the back actually a little bit. And now I'm shaking my head because I'm just stuck behind these and slightly getting frustrated now, because I can't make any positions and I'm losing all the time to the leaders ahead. You can see them just ahead, but I'm losing way too much time to them, so I just have no plans of getting ahead really, and I'm not really going to be able to make any more positions, which is crucial if I want to be getting a good position in the overall results. As the driver in front tries to look ahead a little bit, moves back onto the racing line, which nearly catches me off guard, so he manages to go round the outside of this driver, but he doesn't make it stick. So he comes up, I shake my head again, and going into turn 1 we don't make the move, but he finally gets past. I try and get through, and I managed to get through. He puts a thumbs up to make sure that I got through as well, so I'm up into P10, he's got up into P9 now, working together to get past him, which is brilliant. And now we know that we can chase this pack. As you can see, it points towards them because now we just want to work together and pull away from them and hopefully catch up to the leaders. At this point we've done 47.0 in this race, so that's a decent time to be fair, but it's a little bit too slow for now. Obviously only 7 laps left in this session. We're now P10, which is a okay position. I believe Larry was actually a little bit further behind. I believe he was stuck in that pack behind us as well. I knew I had more pace than this driver, so I try and look for a move there, but it's just not there. I do a 46.6 on that lap. I absolutely know. You can see I'm completely on the rear. I try to look up the inside, there's just no room at all, so I bump in a little bit, say sorry, and then I think I was trying to say let me go through, but I don't know if you saw that or not. So yeah, I tried to make the move there, it didn't happen. Try and look up the inside a little bit, nothing there. I do try it, I don't know why. That's not an overtaking move there. He goes a little bit wide on entry, so we managed to go up the inside and take P9 as a result of that, and now we can start to chase up this pack, but it's a little bit too late. We've only got 6 laps remaining, which is just absolutely no time to get up for a move like that, as we do a 46.8 now. 8 tenths off our best lap in this session so far. This is the fastest lap. here, towards the end of that lap, I was shouting in my helmet. I can't really remember what I did say. I think I was just getting frustrated about the fact that I wasn't able to close up. You can see it's lap 19, you can just see them ahead now. And I did manage to close that gap a lot, as we'd done a 45.3. We were not even in the 45s at this point. Yeah, we crossed the line, finished P9, and we get a 45.3 on the final lap, which I actually thought at the time was my quickest, but it wasn't. So yeah, 45.3, sorry, the final one. But coming towards the start of the third race, unfortunately I didn't have the fourth race recorded. This time I am going to bring a charger with me. But we are starting P3 on the grid, just behind Harvey and Andy. Harvey, I know, is a very competitive driver, so we managed to start third. We get a good launch. I knew I had the inside, so I knew I already got past Andy there. I was already up into second at this point. We'll be able to capitalise and hopefully make it up into P1. Let's have a look. We'll try and swoop to the outside a little bit. That's not going to happen there. So we try and look for Harvey again, but it's not going to happen. Harvey is a very lightweight driver. I myself am a lightweight driver, but he is a small bit lighter than me, so that doesn't make too much of a difference, apart from the ramps being a little bit. Starting second for this race. Yeah, once again, I didn't have the final session recorded like last time out as well, so I need to make sure I charge my GoPro while I'm at the event, so I can actually record the final race. Shaking my head because I knew it was not a good launch, only a 47.5, and I want to capitalise and hopefully get a P1, because I know Mattis is, yeah, literally, he's already there, and he's got straight through and nearly get passed by Larry as well. So we're down into third as Mattis once again makes the move in the same corner he did last time out, and he gets himself up into second place while we're down into third place. I was actually surprisingly faster. This was the time I was shaking my head because of the kart, because Mattis was actually explaining to me about how shit this car was already, because he had it last race and he was not liking it at all, and I quickly found out why he was not liking it at all. And once he got put in the kart, once we got selected for our karts and I got put in 10, he just laughed. And so did I, because I knew there was nothing I could do, so I just defended the inside. I knew all I could do was try and defend as much as I could. We've done a 47.0, not especially quick, so let's hopefully try and capitalise on that and improve. Try and do the most we can with a struggling kart. Surprisingly, when I have a struggling kart, I seem to do better lap times than I feel I've done, and when I'm in quicker karts I do slower lap times. It's really weird. Don't know what that's about. Yeah, we're heading on to lap 4 now then. We do a 46.0, so a whole second improvement already, nearly in the 45s already. So we're getting there. Not too long to go, well, 15, 16 laps even. There's a lot of drivers behind us which are all fighting for their positions. We know we've got Larry right behind us, who's our contender for overall results. So yeah, we capitalise on it, stay P3. You can already see Mattis and Harvey have already pulled away massively. I'm getting bumped in the back a little bit actually. Coming towards the end of lap 4, I just know this car is absolutely dog shit and I cannot get through the pack. So it's quite surprising, so I just say, Larry going through. Larry goes through, gets himself up into P3, and I'm down to P4. He taps his engine actually, which is a little bit cheeky actually from him. So yeah, he manages to get through. We've not done the absolute best that we could have done. We've done the best we could with this car. We've done a 46.0 so far in this session. Surprisingly, managed to go quicker. Towards the end of this, I did manage to find a lot of pace, and yeah, it was enjoyable at that point. But towards the mid to lap 1 to like lap 10ish, it was just absolutely undrivable. Could not get to grips with this struggling car. So yeah, these laps though, I did put all the rest of these laps in purely because they were very consistent, as we've just done a 45.3 on lap 10, or lap 9 sorry. As we start lap 10 now, we do some very nice laps here, so it's nice to see that I could do such laps. And yeah, we start to close that gap with Larry a little bit now, but I don't think we're going to be able to pass him purely because of his defence skills. As you saw in the last TeamSport members event that we did as well, Larry was also there. His defending is brilliant, and once again it was in this race as well, so props to him for a brilliant result once again. As we start lap 11, we've literally improved. We've done another 45.3, so that's a brilliant result. Yeah, all these laps are very consistent. I just managed to keep my cool at this point, getting into the groove at this point, and when you're at that point, you know that you're going to be able to set lap times that are really good. So yeah, I'm getting properly dialed into the race now. We're already midway through, so just absolutely sending it at this point, just try and get the best lap times I can, because I know I'm not going to be able to make up any positions really, being realistic. We've only gone down rather than going up, which is not ideal. I believe at this point Mattis has already overtaken Harvey for the lead, so yeah, he's got himself the race win effectively. We do a 45.6 though, so we're not too far off now, only 0.3 off our best lap of the session, so that's very good. Again, just doing consistent lap times throughout this whole session, so I was very pleased with that. And yeah, to get consistent lap times is very good for me, especially getting into low 45s. I believe I did actually have the fastest lap in 3 of the 4 races that we did, so I was very happy with that. Yeah, just dab of the brakes on these corners, rounding out the final exit, make sure you fully flat towards the line. We do a 45.2, so we do actually do a 1/10 improvement up into a 45.2, so we are getting closer to the 44s, but and we are slightly making ground on on Larry a little bit. I do think we are actually slightly getting into Harvey. Whether it will be enough or not, we'll have to find out. Yeah, once again, just dial in and staying around the same pace as Larry at this point. Don't know what happened there with the helmet, but yeah, we come towards the end of lap 13 then, hit their double apex nicely there, fully flat around the final 2 corners once again, try and clip the apex a little bit but not too much, and we set a 45.2 once again, but a high 45.2, so it's a little bit down on the previous time, but still a very good time, which I'm not too sure if it was the fastest lap at this point. I'll have to check back on that to see if it was or not. Yeah, these laps are very fun. I had an enjoyable time going for the NEED4SPEED event. Yeah, it's just a very fun event in general, and I hope they do more events like these again. I don't know when I'm going to go next, hopefully very soon. I do like a couple of grid series rounds, maybe, I don't know, because the formats that they do now I'm not too fussed about, but we've just done another 45.2 and only 5 thousandths slower than the previous time, so we're actually doing not too bad actually. We're actually getting up there, and now we're starting to close up on Larry a little bit. You can see how much ground we've actually made up on him now, and we're literally a 10th or 2 behind him, so we're not too far at all to possibly try and make a move. Will we be able to make a move? We'll have to wait and find out. Get a little bit of a bad exit, but it's not enough to hinder our lap time. Coming towards the end again of lap 15, still just a few tenths behind Larry. I think we did just lose a little bit out in the final bit. Come across the line, we do a 45.3. We have a terrible sector 1. I literally looked down at the kart because I'm so frustrated with that. Like, the brake pedal was weird. Sometimes it was too much, sometimes it was too little. It was just very inconsistent, which is not really what you want in a kart when you're trying to get a good position. These karts are quite new actually. They're from November last year, so I was quite surprised to see one of them already starting to struggle. It's not normally what you would expect from a newer kart fleet, but yeah, coming towards the end of lap 16 now. Will we improve this lap time? Let's wait and find out. And we do a 45.5, so no, we don't improve. We actually go 2 tenths slower, which is unbelievable. Well, sorry, is believable. I think I was shouting in my helmet then, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I definitely was. I was getting annoyed at the car purely because it was just awful. Could not drive it, and I did not like it at all because I knew I could not catch up, make any more positions, because it was like, you could see how much time I'm losing to Larry on this lap purely because of how awful this car is. And yeah, anyway then, we're going to start our fast lap right about now actually, so enjoy the lap. So there we are then, we do a 44.982, that was, I believe I was the only person in the entirety of the event to get into 44 seconds, so a very very good lap time, especially with a struggling car. I was very very shocked when I came off actually to see myself with a 44, as I don't usually do 44s. I believe I've only done one previously in the Sodi karts, so yeah, that's my first one in the new Biz karts, so yeah, I was very very pleased with that overall. Now I'm right on the back of Larry. Even though we're coming towards the last lap, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this move. We'll have to wait and find out. Coming towards the final corner, there's the white flag to show us that the leader is on the last lap. There's a 45.0, so we're just about a tenth down, less than a tenth down actually. And coming on to the last lap then, turn 4, which is a vital overtaking spot, we're just nowhere near Larry to make a move. He manages to stay in front there, doesn't cover the inside there, so we fully flat it out to try and keep up with Larry and hopefully try and make a move very very soon. But are we going to make it stick? This is another overtaking spot if you're lucky. If you're close enough, you're going to be able to make a move, but it's not going to happen. The door's just not there for us. Larry covers the inside a little bit. Actually, I'm my head because I'm like, it's just not going to happen. So Larry comes on and we finish the race in P4 and Larry finishes in P3. So there's a checkered flag. He goes across the line and yeah, give him a fist bump because he drove a great race to defend from us as well. We do a 45.7, so we're a little bit down, but yeah, we did alright overall. In the final race I managed to get P3 with only a 45.5, so yeah, very very pleased with the results. Oh, in fact no, Mattis did actually do a 44, he did a 44.8, so yeah, overall had a very very fun event, and I'll see you guys in the next one when I next do a video. So yeah, I've finished P2 overall. Goodbye.